This is for the light heavyweight strap. Introducing first, out of the Mike Maroney Ford blue corner, RORY Light.
An elimination MMA fight in the 205-pound division. This one for a title. Three-minute rounds. Representing Inudo Martial Arts out of Edwards, Colorado, Spartacus RORY Light making his way to the cage.
Well, this will be an interesting fight as we have 3 fights left on the night. This will be the final MMA fight of the night, and it will be bare knuckle boxing after that, JR, and this is a good one to end it on. You're gonna see some familiar faces. We just saw Justin J. Train Gonzalez in the corner. Sparta alum, and another Sparta alum will be in the corner of Xavier Vasquez and one Grant Neal. Rory's put together for sure. It's a solid 205, JR.
That it is, yes, sir.
That's what I'm expecting you to look like when you get to 205, 220, you know? A lot of Vaseline on there. Could be sweat too. Have I mentioned it's a little warm?
It is warm in here, apparently. Rumor has it.
His opponent, out of the Anchor Bar Loveland red corner, XAVIER VASQUEZ.
Another Greeley product and XAVIER Vasquez. This will be his last amateur fight.
You can see him wearing the Team Vasquez hoodie. A lot of Team Vasquez shirts in the crowd here this evening.
Absolutely. Trains at several different gyms: Onyx, Easton, Azteca, and Genesis. On Tuesdays, you want to see him spar, you go to Genesis. Finished 6th in Big 12 wrestling his senior year.
That's an impressive accolade.
Absolutely. Now, he will be jumping up in weight. X is a 185-pound fighter. That's where he holds the strap. Decided to go up to 205 for this last amateur fight of his.
Not only did he not have to have a weight cut, he ate his way up to this weight class.
Yeah, a weekend, whatever, he was already on weight. He said, it's weird being on weight like 8 days out, man.
Our tail of the tape gives us RORY Light out of Edwards, Colorado. He's a 35-year-old striker with a 2-2 record, 6 feet 3 inches tall and 201 pounds. Faces off against the aforementioned XAVIER Vasquez out of Greeley, Colorado. He's the younger of the two at 25, lists himself as a wrestler, has a record of 3-1, comes in a little bit shorter at 6 feet tall, 204 pounds.
And it actually outweighs his opponent in this fight. This one will be interesting because X, the wrestling skills for X will be on full display. And talking to him, he wants to be, equally a striker, to have all the tools in the toolbox. You make it to that next level, you can't be shy of one.
This is true.
What a great crowd and what a great job by Vernier with another phenomenal. There's not been a bad fight on this card.
Stellar.
Got your price of admission. They got their money's worth tonight, that's for sure. We still got 2 bare knuckle fights to come. See if X gets tested here. Over in his corner, talking to Grant Neal, getting prep for this.
Up to Stewie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the vacant light heavyweight title in the Elimination division. This is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Let's meet our fighters, shall we? Introducing first, fighting out of the Michael Baroni Ford blue corner. He is a striker with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6'3" tall. He weighed in at 201 pounds. With Inyota Martial Arts from Edwards, Colorado, Spartacus RORY Light. His opponent, fighting out of the Anchor Bar Loveland red corner. He is a wrestler with a record of 3 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 foot tall. He weighed in at 204 pounds. He is fighting out of the great city of Greeley, Colorado, XAVIER VASQUEZ.
I think he topped the 100 ticket mark as well.
Well done, sir.
The one interesting part about X's only loss, it came like at 18 years old, before he had his NCAA wrestling career.
Wow. Touch of gloves,
Yep.
and here we go. The last MMA bout of the evening.
RORY Light, a little awkward moving.
Both fighters very light on their feet, and
Yep.
an immediate double leg by XAVIER VASQUEZ.
Yeah, and RORY Light's head hit off the canvas. So not only was it the takedown, his dome bounced off the canvas.
Tried to go for a push off the cage to get the back roll. Did Light. No luck with it. It's going to be a lot of work to get VASQUEZ off the top of you.
Yep, and he's doing that work. VASQUEZ lit him up here.
Back to the feet we go.
Right, goes
And
right back
immediately
to it.
want to take it right back down to the mat.
Just such a weapon. And you wear your opponent down, man. Got that ankle tied up. Got that hand free as well.
VASQUEZ going to work with his ground and pound.
Jeff Cisneros and I talked about this in the pre-fight, that he's just one of those special fighters.
Solid side control, knee on belly, then full mount for VASQUEZ.
Just breaking him down.
Light doing all he can to try to scramble back to his feet, but the control of VASQUEZ is just something to behold. Hard shots from the top by VASQUEZ.
He's got to do, that's it.
That's going to be it. Pretty early in round number 1, XAVIER VASQUEZ goes home with the TKO ground and pound victory. And Light.
Yeah, he's in some pain too.
Yeah,
That was a great stoppage
some
by, let's give it up to the
difficulties
official. Referee did a great job stopping that.
So VASQUEZ now a 2-division title holder.
Genesis, yeah.
Light still not able to get himself up off the canvas. Doc Alex Constantinides in there taking a look at things.
Here we go. Let's see if we got the finish on tape, JR. Just when you're bringing up that leg and you really center it, he was doing anything he wanted to do. Great balance.
Yeah, once VASQUEZ puts it on the mat, it's just such a tough position to get out from underneath him. He just has so many years of controlling people when they're on the mat. It's just not something that you can train for, you know, really, unless you grew up doing it. And then he literally stands up, starts postured up, firing off the ground and pound shots. Light up off the canvas now. Good to see.
Really did a great job in not going to the back of the head, because that's a very difficult position to be in. You may have seen it graze a little bit. Well, that was the last amateur fight for XAVIER VASQUEZ. And he goes out in style.
Be excited to see him test himself in the professional division. Looks like Stewie has the time.
Grand Neal up in that cage. Looked like he wants to fight soon. Well, I tell you, when I go out and watch the training at Genesis, I see those two go at it. Man, it's a fun practice.
All right, Stewie's got the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Nick Burns called a stop to this bout 1 minute, 27 seconds into the first round. Declaring your winner with a TKO and new light heavyweight champion, XAVIER Vasquez.
So we have a new lightweight heavyweight title holder. XAVIER Vasquez finishes out his amateur career with a record of 4-1. Congratulations, sir. Let's take it up to Big Sexy for the post-fight interview.
Our friend in real estate, Big Sexy, take it away.
Get excited, Sparta. I'm here with your champion. Congratulations, my friend. We were just talking about it. Wrestling has got to be the quintessential sport to get into MMA. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. I mean, you see the best fighters in the world. They're all, have a great base of wrestling. And, it's like I've wrestled my entire life, so I don't ever want to forget how to use it, especially in this cage.
Now, were you worried about his striking ability during camp?
No, man. I mean, you got to fight. Anything could happen. You just got to train to be prepared for every situation. And, we worked a lot of our stand-up, and we're ready to stand up, but sometimes the natural instinct just kicks in and you wrestle.
Absolutely, right? What do you want to do next?
That's up to my team and my coaches. I believe we're going to go professional next and get ready for the next step. Just whatever they do, I trust them, and they lead me, and I just listen.
Last question. Who do you want to thank for this fight?
I want to thank all of my sponsors, all of my coaches, my teammates, all my practice partners, all the gyms that allow me to train at the gym. This camp was a long camp. We were supposed to fight months ago. We've been through a lot of stuff. My family took a couple tough losses throughout this, and this is in honor of my great-grandfather, Tomas Sparta Vasquez. So I just want to give a shout out to him and all my family. I just love them and thankful for the opportunity.
Well, we can't wait to see you again. Thank you for coming out here, and congratulations, champ. You deserve it. And remember, Sparta, when you need help with real estate, save yourself up to $1,000 and call Big Sexy.